All right, this spotlight video brought to you by the Eureka Chamber of Commerce, and today we're at the headquarters for Leader Publications. If you get the Leader in your mailbox, then you know that publication. If you don't get the Leader in your mailbox, we're going to show you how you can do that. Let's go on in and meet the staff that makes this publication work every single week. Well, it has been several months since we did a podcast with Leader Publications, and Peggy Scott was part of that crew that came in. We had three people: Mark Grebe of your sales department, yourself, and
Caitlin Mary Skaggs from our newsroom.
And I read her articles all the time. This is the Leader Publication headquarters. Now, most people, I guess, don't come here.
We have some people who come into the office to drop off items to be published in the newspaper to place advertising. But no, it's not a lot of people who come in.
Right, but we want to
people are welcome.
We wanted to look behind the curtain to see what makes it happen, because I love the paper every time I get it in my mailbox. And you guys are serving a lot of different areas too. How many different separate publications do you do?
So we actually have 4 different print newspapers. Okay. There's the Jefferson County Leader, which covers the southern part of Jefferson County. Okay. We have the Arnold Imperial Leader, which is Arnold Imperial and Kimmswick. We have the West Side Leader, which is along the Highway 30 corridor, right, the west part of Jefferson County. And we have the Eureka Leader, which is in Eureka and also parts of Wildwood.
Okay, so they have their own out there, and you're covering stories all over these areas for the 4 publications.
All of those areas. So when we have, the Eureka Leader is every other week. Mm-hmm. The other 3 papers are every week. When we have a Eureka Leader, our circulation is 77,000.
My goodness.
So there's a lot of newspapers going out on a Thursday.
That's a reach. And in addition to that, you also have an online version.
Yes, we do. That's myleaderpaper.com. So that's our website. So that is updated basically 24/7. So we have news happening all the time and new updates coming on there all the time. We also have social media and other ways to reach people. So we have stories to tell, and want to try to reach people wherever they are.
Well, we want to talk to Mark Grebe. He's a sales manager. He's the sales manager, and he was on the podcast. Very informative. And so is the advertising custom for each of the papers, or is an ad in all the different papers and online?
So the answer, yes, it can be any of those options. So we try to match what the client needs to what we're able to deliver for them. Okay. So, and yes, Mark is right back here.
Peggy, we'll talk to you again before we leave. Right. But thank you. Your title here is
Publisher.
Dang right. Okay, this is Mark Grebe. Mark was on our podcast, on the Eureka Chamber Chatter podcast a few months back, actually several months, and a lot has changed even in your area, because you were in sales, now you're the sales manager. And is that a good thing?
Hopefully it's a good thing. We're just trying to make these guys happy and keep the customers happy and hopefully generate enough revenue so we can continue to expand news coverage out in Eureka and Jefferson County. We have a lot of repeat customers. We have customers that have been advertising steadily through the years. Mm-hmm. Help wanteds are starting to bounce back as people are trying to get back to work or willing to go back to work now. So
that's fantastic.
So I think we're doing pretty good.
So. Yeah. And your crew here is about how many strong?
We've got 5 reps. We got 3 of our reps here today. This is Ryan Duvall.
Hey Ryan, how are you, buddy?
Covers Eureka, Wildwood area. He covers due west, Union, Washington.
And you still drive all the way down here?
Yeah, he still does. High Ridge.
Who else is behind you there?
We have Mr. Rob Schneider.
Hey Rob, how are you, buddy?
Covers majority of Fenton, Arnold, Imperial, Kimmswick. He's been here 20 years plus, right?
20 years next month.
Wow,
20 years next month,
yeah. That's great. And
that's Andrea Chambers.
And you cover what?
I cover Festus, Crystal.
Festus and Crystal City. Okay. The southern parts.
Kind of along I-55.
Good deal. Well, nice to meet you guys. And you have more of a staff, but they're out in the field right now.
Yeah,
right?
a couple of them are out in the staff. Glenda O'Toole Potts and Matt Bear are out and about today. But
I know Matt.
He said he knows.
Yeah, I know him. And so do you mostly go to the clients, or do you get cold calls from them saying, hey, I want to run an ad?
It's pretty much half and half. Half of it's going out in the field and trying to communicate with them, but some of these people, especially since the pandemic happened, it's all emails or texts or stuff like that.
So. If there's somebody that has never advertised with you, what would be their first move?
I would still recommend to try an ad in print, and if you're hesitant to try all papers, just at least get your feet wet in one, see what it does.
Yeah.
I would do at least a quarter-page print ad, and you never know what you could do. You just got to get your feet wet, see what the response is, and hopefully you build it from there.
I mean, if you got a business, you want to get the word out, Mark,
Right.
you got to advertise.
You got to advertise.
No
You're
doubt
right.
about
You're
it.
right.
Well, thank you very much for
All right.
introducing me to the staff. We're going to move on to another part of what goes on at Leader Publications here in Festus, but covering a whole lot of area. Stay right there. I was informed that you have a morgue here in this building.
It's true.
This is it.
This is the morgue.
Where are the bodies?
Morgue is a newspaper term, and it basically is it's the papers that we have already published. It's just we keep them here. So we have papers going back to the beginning of the company, so back to 1994, and we keep copies for the community. It's a community resource. If it happens pretty regularly where someone comes in to say, there was a story about my son in the paper in 1998 or something, and I've lost my copy. Do you have a copy? And if we have a copy, we'll come down, it's organized, and we'll find a copy and give it to them if we have it.
Peggy, you have a rule here at the morgue.
We do. It's a hard rule.
Never take the last copy.
That's right.
Okay, so can you point to the beginning of this? This almost looks like a police investigation evidence room or something.
So at the very top there are the papers from the very beginning of the Leader in 1994.
This was the first headline of the Leader.
So
The
this
Leader
is-
arrives. You're your own headline.
And this is in August of 1994. So this is the record of the history of our community. And it's a responsibility that we take very seriously. It's something that's important to us. We want to make sure that people in the community know that we're keeping track of what's happening. We're watching and we're reporting on what goes on in our communities.
This is where the news happens.
That's true.
And your name is?
Kim Robertson.
And you have a title of?
I'm the editor. I run the newsroom.
Wow. Do you ever have to take a headline and go, we need to dazzle it up some more?
Oh, yes.
Do you really?
Yes. Oh, yeah, all
Okay.
the time. And we have a person, she's not here today. A lot of us are out reporting and doing things, but Laura Marlowe, who's just a whiz at headlines. So it's often, Laura, we need a headline help. We need a kicker. Back here we have Goldie Lau.
Hi, Goldie. How are you?
Hi, hi. She's a reporter and all kinds of newsroom duties. And then we have Lindsay Ricard.
Hi, Lindsay.
And she does all kinds of, she lays out pages on deadline, the page one package. She lays that out and
Okay.
just does all kinds of special projects. So she's an artsy one.
How long have you been here?
I've been here since 1999. Wow. Yeah.
Do you wake up with your feet hitting the ground and you're
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to get
yeah,
after
I
it?
usually have a few calls before I'm even out of bed.
Sure,
you know?
sure. It's nonstop, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And hats off to you. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
cool. Okay, that is the editor. The editor?
Yes.
Head editor in charge. Love that title. Thank you for all you do.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, if you read the Leader, you probably have seen Caitlin Mary Skaggs' name. This is her. She was on our podcast, and a familiar face amongst all these strangers that I don't know. But the books that are behind you,
Yes.
right here. Tell me what that is, because I see them all over the place.
Yes, they're kind of strewn about the newsroom. We call them our bound volumes. And they're literally, so if you look at the spine, like this says Jefferson Leader 2008, May to August.
That whole book is
So-
just May to August.
Yes.
Wow.
It's literally a bound version of every edition of the Jefferson County Leader, May to August in 2008.
Now, what would be the purpose of having all that?
We're a record of the community, what goes on in the community.
Right,
so
right.
we've got, we have the record right
Wow,
here.
That's so cool.
And literally the other day, someone called me, was trying to track down a story from 2011. Well, I could easily find that in a bound book for them, scan it, and send it off.
Your name is in these books a lot.
Yes, the more recent runs, I've only been here for 3 years. So in 2008, my name's not in here.
Well, no, not 2008, but in the other ones.
Yes.
She's a star. Good to see you again.
Thank you. It's
Thank
good
you,
to see you
Caitlin.
too, Bo.
All right, so we're back with Peggy again. So the staff that's behind you right here, the reception desk, her name is?
It's Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Patty Smulligan.
Customer service is over there. What's her name?
Carissa.
Hi, Carissa.
And other Patty.
Hi,
Two
other Patty.
Patties. Two
Gotcha.
Patties.
I look through the letters to the editor page,
Yes.
and I get happy, I get angry, Who decides what goes in the paper? There's the
So,
question.
so we encourage people to write letters to the editor on all sorts of topics, and we encourage people to have differing viewpoints.
Yes.
So that's something we want.
In this country, I don't think you can
I
find
know
that.
it's hard to find sometimes, but we do want that to happen. So we have people in our newsroom staff who go through the letters. We do try to vet them to make sure that so you might get a call from one of our staff members asking, did you recently send us something?
Oh,
and the
okay.
answer will be, yes, I sent you a letter to the editor. So yes.
Oh, because
So-
somebody could write a letter.
and sign your name.
Oh,
and then you
I
don't-
didn't even think of that.
We don't want that, and you don't want that. So that's something we try to be real careful about.
Okay.
We also try to vet to make sure that there are opinions, but not the facts are right, so that there are not factual errors if we can catch them and find them.
So you're the fact checker.
We try to be fact checkers.
Individually, we're all trying to be Peggy.
Yes,
It's
yes,
true.
it's true. So it is something that we feel strongly about. We do ask people to sign their names and their town that they're from,
Right.
in order to be sure that we have actual people in our community who are commenting.
I didn't even think about
So
the catfishing kind of aspect
People
of it.
from all over the country try to send us letters, and we don't really want to use our valuable space for opinions from far away.
Okay, so the nuts and bolts of printing a paper.
Yes.
I have never understood how that happens.
So yes, we have our sales staff that you met,
Yep.
and our news staff that you met, and our graphic artist who I hope you met.
I didn't meet her.
Oh yeah, we have a staff
Here.
of graphic artists
Graphic
also
artist
here.
over there.
There.
Hi, how are you? What's her name?
Debbie.
Okay, hi Debbie.
Debbie Skaggs.
Okay.
So all of those folks are working sort of independently for each week's paper. So the advertising folks are selling ads and getting those taken care of. The newsroom is out finding news and
Right.
writing that. The graphic artists are putting together all the ads, the graphic parts of that. So then on deadline days here, all those things come together.
Okay.
So it's a little bit hectic here sometimes. On our Mondays and Tuesdays are our deadline days.
Okay, and that's
So-
why I'm not here on a Monday or
That's
Tuesday.
right. That's right. They are sent over the internet to our printing plant, which is in Jefferson City. So they print the papers and they insert the papers, which means if you have a Hardee's
flyer,
coupon or
sure.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, any of those kind of things, Buckeyes that come in
Yep.
the paper. So then they send them to the post offices. So our paper is
Oh.
distributed in the mail.
Circulation for all four.
77,000, a little over 77,000. What was it this week, Patty?
Yeah, I think we're at 77,200.
Okay.
70,000.
So here is a very important part of this video. If you don't get the leader in your area and you're watching this video and you are in the areas of Jefferson County or West County or Eureka South, that's St.
Yes.
Louis County, and you want to get the leader, or you've heard or you've been at friends and you've seen the leader and you're like, how do I get this? Let's tell them how we can increase the circulation.
Woohoo!
That's what we're trying to do.
So the good thing about the leader is it's free.
Yes.
So your circulation cost is zero. So it doesn't cost you anything to sign up. You can sign up online. So you can go to our website, which is myleaderpaper.com. You can send me the leader, request the leader, any of those things.
Yep,
You can
I did
you can also send us an email. I would recommend sending it to news, N-E-W-S, news at Leader Publications
Okay.
with an S at the end, .biz. It's kind of a long email.
Sure.
If you send it to there, they'll get that started for you. You can also call us on the phone. We'll be happy to take it that way. That's 636-931-7560.
You guys do a great job. I'm a huge fan of the paper. Keep up the great work, and thanks for letting me look behind the curtain to see how this all works.
We're very pleased to have you. Thank you for coming out and spending some time with us.
Absolutely, Peggy. Good to see you.
Good to see you.